Now I want to add tags to posts. Tags, as you know, are words or maybe phrases which describe the content of your site. The main idea of using tags is to give some order or classification to a website's materials. For example, Imgur uses tags for photos, YouTube uses tags for videos, etc. Many other sites use tags. From the user's point of view, a tag looks like this. A user sees a tag that's a link, then click on it, and he is redirected to a page that contains a list of all posts, photos, videos marked with this tag. In our case of block engine, the same tag we can add to different posts, and vice versa. One post can have many tags. Such association or relation is a many-to-many relationship. Technically, many-to-many relationship is implemented via additional table in the database. This additional table consists of 3 columns. The first column is records ID, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 records here. And other 2 columns are IDs of the objects we want to associate with each other. For example, the department with ID 1 has 2 employees with ID 45 and ID 12, and the department number 2 has only 1 employee with ID 5. That's it. And Django completely relieves us of creating such tables. And in general, the implementation of many-to-many relationships in Django is very easy and can be done with a single line of code. Unlike Flask, where such additional tables we need to create manually. But the first thing I have to do, I need to create a new model, the tag model. And I'm opening the models.py file, and here I'm creating a new class, tag. The tag class will have almost the same fields or properties as the post class. So it will have the title. Let's say the max length will be equal to 150. And to create a many-to-many association between the post model and the tag model, I need in any of them to define a new property that will be an instance of the many-to-many field class. I think that it's better to define the new property in the post class, because the post model is the main class here and the tag class is an auxiliary class. So I think that it will be tags property that equals to many-to-many field class, and I am passing to the class constructor the name of the model with which I want to set an association. And that's the tag class. Tag, the first argument. Then I am setting the blank parameter to true. The blank true means that it will be not required field for posts. This is the second argument, and the last one, the third argument, is the related name parameter that equals to posts. Related name means that the tag class gets a corresponding property with the name posts. If you will omit the related name parameter, Django will automatically assign to the tag class the post set property. I want to have just post property for my tag model, so I'm setting the related name parameter explicitly. And now I have to save the script and make migrations and apply them. So manage py, make migrations and migrate. Now I want to create some tags and associate my posts with these tags. So I'm going to the Django shell. And first of all, I have to import from the blog models the post class and the tag class. Blog app, models, module. And let's create a Django tag via model manager. So the Django tag variable equals to tag class objects create. Its title will be Django. Its slug will be Django 2. Then I need to get some posts, but I don't remember the slugs, so it will be for I in post objects all. So let's post number 1 will be post objects get slug equals to new post. Okay, I got the first post. We can ensure that our post has the tags property. Here it is. Okay, now I want to add Django tag to this post. So p1 post tags property add. And then I'm specifying my tag, Django tag, p1 tags. Tags is a manager like in objects, and to get all tags I have to call the all method. Now we can see that p1 post has only one tag. Let's look at Django tag that have posts property, and I'm calling its all method too. And we can see that Django tag has only one associated post, new post. That's it. That's how it works. And my next task is to reflect all these actions in scripts of my project. So in the urls.py file here, I have to define a new URL pattern for a list of tags. So path, I think that it will be just tags. Then the handler function will be, I think, tags list. And the name will be tags list URL. I have to import this function, tags list. Then I have to define tags list in the views.py file, and here I'm creating a new function, def tags list, that got the request object, and in the body of the tag list function I have to get all tags and then to pass these tags to a template. So the tags variable equals to the tag class that I have to import here, objects all. Returning value will be render function. I think that template will be tags list HTML, and the context dictionary will have tags key with the tags variable as the value. And now let's create HTML template. I'm creating a new file, the tags list HTML, that will extend the base template, extends the title block, block super, and the content block. I think that I want to use h1 for a title with the MB margin bottom 5 with tags, and then for tag in tags list query set to be exactly, I want to have some div, and here it will be h3 header with a tag title property as text, and now we can test it. Block tags, and I can see my tag, Django tag. Okay. Also, I want to create a link to this page in the menu here. So let's open the base HTML, and here I want to have posts. Maybe the first link will be just posts here and tags here. Tags, and I need to call the URL function for the href attribute, and here the name of this URL pattern. It was tags list URL. Just copy it here, paste it here. F5. We can see this page, posts, tags. Okay, and now I need to create a page for a tag. I think that certain tag page will contain all posts associated with this tag. That will be a tag detail page. So I'm starting again with the URL pattern, path, maybe tag, then str, and I need the slug, like I did with the post detail page, then slash, and the handler function will be tag detail, the name for the URL pattern, tag detail URL. In the views.py file, I have to define a new handler, tag detail, that accepts the request object and the slug. I have to get the tag the same way I did in the post detail function. So the tag variable equals to tag objects get, I need its slug, I exact, that equals to the slug, this one. Returning value, the render function that gets the request object as the first argument, then HTML template, let's say it will be tag detail HTML, and the context dictionary will have a tag as tag. And the next step is to create HTML file, tag detail HTML, that extends basic template, extends blog, then the title, tag title, maybe in quotes, posts, and then block super. Then content. I think that h1 header will be margin top 5, and here posts with tag title tag. And the next step is to list all posts associated with this tag. we can do it via posts attribute for this particular tag. So I'm creating for block, and here for post in tag posts all without round brackets, and here will be some layout for posts. The main details here are following. The first is the tag object itself that we got from the context dictionary from the tag detail function. Its posts attribute, that's a related manager, and its all method. This expression returns query set of posts. And now I want to use a card for a post. Ctrl C, and here and just Ctrl V. And that's all. Let's test it. Okay. Name tag detail is not defined. URLs py line 9. Tag detail. I forgot to import this function. Tag detail F5. Tag Django. Posts with Django tag. I got a card with my post and I want to have a space here. So in tag detail HTML I want to use margin bottom, maybe, and margin bottom 2 MB5. Okay, I copied and pasted the code, and it is a bad idea, because in the case of necessity of changing the layout of the card, I'll have to make changes in two places. And the good solution is to create a separate HTML file with a common layout for cards, and then just use this HTML file in needed places. Such HTML files are called includes. So I'm creating a new folder inside templates blog, and I name it includes, and here I'm creating a new file. Let's say it will be post card template HTML. And here I just copy and paste this card as is in the postcard template. Save, and that's all. And here I just call the include function that take as an argument the relative path to an HTML file that should be inserted here, that is postcard template. Blog includes postcard template. Save and F5. Nothing changed. And now I can delete this card from the post list HTML file and just use the include function here. Let's check it again. Nothing changed. And finally, I want to have in a postcard a list of associated tags. And to do it, I want to add to the card template a footer, like Bootstrap suggests, like this one. So copy this, and I add it here. With the text tags, And here I want to iterate over all tags of a post. So for tag in post tags all, it will be a link tag title as the text of the link, and the href attribute will be a link to this tag. So it's time to create and get absolute URL for the tags model. Models here. The same way. A URL pattern. Tag detail URL, tag detail URL, and the KWArgs dictionary. It equals to the slug, self slug. Great. And here in the post card, in the href attribute, I just call its get absolute URL method. And that's all. Let's test it. I got tags and Django. Great. It works. And we can also wrap these tags into batch tags. Maybe info span F5, something like this. The next video will be about class-based views and about using mixins. If you like this video, please thumb up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.